Hey guys, second day of the coaching session, week 1, episode 1, tennis season. Next up is Carsten from Germany, and we're going online right now. Actually, he's waiting in the meeting room already, so let's do this and check out what he has in store for us. Let's do this. Hey, Carsten.
Hey, how are you? Nice to
I'm
see you.
good. Welcome to tennis season, to the coachings. I'm happy to have you on board. And where exactly are you from? Can you let us know exactly?
Yeah, so I am from Bonn, near Cologne, basically, and I used to live in Berlin for some years.
Interesting.
When I turned 30, I decided, I don't know, I feel like it's time to come back. So I'm here, locked in my studio. I have my space to create my music, and I'm really happy.
Yeah. Nice one. And how long have you been to Berlin? How long did you stay there? I'm just asking because I'm in Berlin.
Sure. So basically, I used to work there for a German steel company.
Okay.
And I was living near Mauer Park, if you know that area, you know.
Yes,
yeah.
Of course.
And so basically, I lived in Berlin from 2014 until 17.
Okay, nice, cool.
And I absolutely loved it. You know, the nightlife and everything. It's quite intoxicating.
Yeah, you have to stand it. You have to have a lot of energy, and you have to be very tough to survive in the city sometimes. Yeah.
True, but I loved it. It was a great experience. I would recommend it to everyone, and especially because during that time the city was seeing such a hype, and it was just great.
The hype is still there.
There was such an underground culture going on. I loved it. Yeah.
But it's still going on a lot, and there's a lot of hype. And I mean that's why we are doing the international thing with tennis season out of Berlin. And the fun thing is, all of our team members, I think we have, apart from myself, we're second person is German, but all the others of the guys like Doreen, for example, and everyone else like Dom, they're from other countries, which reflects what's going on in Berlin, and it's such an inspiring and motivating vibe here.
It.
Cool. Yeah. But so let's get back to the important stuff. Today is your session, and for the first session, the plan is just to make sure that the technical setup is working, looks pretty cool right now, and that it works when you share your screen. So first thing I would ask you to do is let's have a look at your screen when you play the track. Can you open up the project in your DAW, and then, because I want the viewers to see what we're talking about, to see and to listen to, and I would ask you to just play the track from the top to the end. I will not talk on top of it, so we can really listen to it, and afterwards we get into details on what we're gonna do with that track.
Sure. Then I'm just opening up Logic in the background. It's hopefully now you're gonna screen sharing has failed to start. Fantastic.
That's pretty good.
Well, that's just great.
Yes. Oh, nice.
Do you see it?
I can see it loud and clear.
Okay.
Standards.
Let's just hide the reference here. And then let's go, I would say. I don't know. Can you hear something?
Not yet. So we have to figure this out.
Yep. I'm just going to go to the side. So yeah, that's that's pretty much it. That's what I have so far.
Yeah, but
Behind it,
that's
it's only some random stuff basically happening.
okay. But we get the idea. It's already pretty lot there. So a lot of instruments, a lot of sounds, and the vibe is great. That's why I instantly picked this track idea, because I think
Awesome.
it has some potential, and I really like the deep house chilly vibe. And yeah, the question is, what is your idea about the track, and what's your goal with it? What's your biggest challenge you think could be with this track, and where do you want to take it? Maybe you can tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so I when I picked this track because or this demo because it instantly connected to me. So I was feeling the vibe. It got me right away. So I thought, okay, that's a cool basis to start working from. For me, I believe is now the biggest challenge to find the right format for it, which means in terms of arrangement and creating a lively arrangement, some evolution, inside of the arrangement to tell a story and not just have a repetitive, good sounding track from start to finish. So I love to flirt a little bit with the sort of like tech houseier influences of it. That's what I did this morning in the drum set, basically, to give it a good push. Basically, that's at least what I attempted to do. And at the same time, I think the main challenge is not to destroy the essence that is already there, basically, to leave the nice essence of the demo intact and build around it. And another thing, so I feel like, Thomas, you can help me probably more than with the technical aspect of it, probably more with the A&R aspect of it. So what, because I'm not quite sure, if you would ask me, where should this track end up? I would say it should be something that is really nice to be listened to on the radio, that fulfills the criteria, the sort of format that we are expecting when we listen to good dance music, current dance music on the radio, that it's not too much in the club region, but also not too much in the pop region, so that it sits right in between. And I'm not quite sure about that. That's something that I would like to discuss with you, Thomas. Basically, that there is space for a really nice a female vocal hook. I already have a singer on my mind that I would like to use, a really talented one from my region here. I just I can say this now. Like, I just signed a track with her together at Contour.
Nice.
Just
Congrats.
this morning. So I'm like, I'm over the moon with that.
Awesome.
So and I would love to have her on this project as well, and she's really interested. So some vibey vocal with a really nice, super catchy hook. So that would be my dream, basically. That would be my ideal vision for the song, to have something. If you would ask me, so what could be the influence, what could be a reference artist, I would almost say Topic, because he has this kind of radio but dance thing with vocals. He has it sort of nailed at the moment, I think. I really enjoy his stuff. They're not too hard, not too soft. They sit right in between. And they're very, very, very well done, I would say. Like, I like them also artistically. It's not plain. It's not super repetitive. It's nice. It's evolving, and the hooks are catchy. It's just well done music, I feel. So if you could help me push that track towards a direction as I have described it right now, I would be super duper grateful, because I'm a little bit scared right now to destroy the essence of it. I find it very hard to touch it now and to work with it, because I'm a bit scared that I'm taking out the soul. If that makes sense. I don't know how to describe it.
No, I totally understand you, and I know this feeling that you have something which is very rough, a raw idea, and once you start working on it, you are afraid of like maybe destroying the initial thought, and sometimes the first idea is always the best. But
yes.
So a few points on what you said. So first of all,
do you mind if I take notes? Is that okay?
Sure. No problem. And but we can also put this down in writing afterwards. But take your notes, no problem at all. I will take notes later as well, just so I don't forget what to do. But let me just reflect what you just said. You want to go like for a direction like radio listening stuff, not clubby. I mean, that's totally clear. This track is not a club track. It's somewhere else.
Yeah.
It is like in the listening area. I would say radio / Spotify, iTunes, all this kind of streaming stuff. For radio track, I instantly have to say that you need a super catchy vocal phrase. If you listen to the radio nowadays, whatever radio it is, it's all about a vocal, or like, I mean, maybe 1 or 0.5% of the radio tracks are not vocal tracks, are instrumentals, but that happens very, very rare. And if you listen to topic stuff you just mentioned, and all the stuff which is in that kind of like area, I would call it like deep house, slap house, or Robin Schulz, for example. All these radio-friendly songs are based on a very, very hooky and catchy vocal. So if you want to get this track into this corner or this area, we have to find a super catchy phrase, a song structure, not only like an ad-lib or like something which is on top of a track. We need a vocal that actually carries the track and tells the whole story. Especially Topic. I mean, he's on top of the game right now because he has these super catchy vocals. Everyone, even the kids can remember them after like hearing it for 2 times. So this is something, and honestly speaking, and this is something I know from my experience and from many people in the industry, everyone's trying to maybe do that, to do something which gets
super hard,
becomes a hit or gets a lot of hype. And we are all trying to make our tracks as good as possible, and reaching out to the very top, which is where Topic is right now, is kind of like a very difficult task. It's all doable. But of course you can never guarantee that you will get that. And just so you know, and this is some insights from the industry as well, these people like Topic and Robin Schulz, they work on 100 songs a year, and they pick maybe 5 of them. They get or try to collect their managers, their whole team. They collect demos from singers, and they have vocal writing sessions, and they produce a lot of demos, and then at the end they pick maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 per year, which actually make it into a real production, which make it into a release. And that means they have a big pool of ideas and stuff they can pick off. And we are working on one track which we want to try to get as good as possible. So this is a kind of a bit of a different approach, but it's not bad at all. That's how I work as well with my stuff. Of course, I'm getting a lot of demos and I pick my stuff, but once I pick an idea, which you did, and you're living that idea and you're in that idea and you really like it, you try to make to get the best out of it. That's what we're going to do for the next 9 weeks within tennis season. We will take this idea, which is already like a good start, and see what we can do with it. And you were talking about the arrangement, and I also have the feeling that it needs a proper arrangement. There are, let's say right now, I would say maybe there's 3 parts. The intro part, then you have this this part where the drums stop and where this element, the synth comes in, the bellish sound or whatever, and then you have the drop where the fat bass comes in, and this is like something, is a real energetic part. And one decision would be, where do we want to have the vocal? Do we have the vocal on the drop or in the parts between or whatever? So what's actually the core of the track? And there will be some point where you will have to make a decision which part of these 3 or the 4 or whatever will be the main part, and all the other parts will either get a little bit in the background, or we even have to get rid of one of them just to make sure we have a clean line in the track. If you listen to radio stuff, it's very easy to access. On the first listen, you can actually follow the whole track within within 3 minutes, and you know the structure. So you always have to make sure it's not too complicated for the listener. And but you still have to tell the story within 2.5 or 3 minutes. That's the challenge, but we're here to face that challenge, no problem at all. And then you have a singer, you said already, which is great, and I would encourage you to start working on that, or we work on that together with the singer. Cool. And it's great that she has a release with you already coming out. That means it's already kind of approved that she can do it, you know. And I'm thinking of how could we start working on the project. I mean, as the vocal will be one of the most important parts, we should instantly get into that. So when could you start, or did you already play this, for example, play this to the singer, to the girl?
I played it to the singer and she really liked it.
Okay.
She was like, yeah, this is smooth. She has a sort of not stressful, rather deep voice. She's not, so she's almost like loungy in her vibe.
Okay, cool.
and easy to listen to. So she's I think she could fit the vibe very well. I'm working with her on another song as well at the moment, and I think we already click quite well. We have always developed so far the hooks together, although that's not an easy thing to do at all, to be honest. But I feel like I could come up with something cool with her,
Okay, cool.
And she could fit the vibe, and she likes the song, so that's good, and she trusts me.
Cool. Just an explanation. What we're talking about here is we're trying to find a singer and someone who actually writes for the track. This is one of the approaches you can go. You have the music, and then you try to find someone who writes a top line or a song on top of the music, which already is there. And then you try to match the singer's ideas and what he or she is going to write with the music. And that's what Carsten's going to try. He has a singer he knows very well. He has worked with her already, a vocalist, and she is a writer as well. So perfect. And we're going to give it a try in the next couple of days. That's cool. I mean, it's always good to have inspiration. Everyone can use that. And having such a big track as an inspiration for the arrangement is cool, of course. As you just said, you have the vibe there already. So if you want to take this as a reference, let's do that. And maybe you could pre-arrange the elements how you would see them. But I know it's kind of like difficult if you don't have the vocal, because the vocal might give the whole thing a new direction or a new kind of like story by itself. So maybe give it a try. Take the blocks, make a 230, 250 version of the arrangement, and then we can discuss it and we can move around the blocks and stuff. I think instrument-wise, it's a lot there. For example, I would play around, if it comes to the sounds, I would play around with the bass sound, with this like the sustained bass, because it's really cool. It's and maybe you can open up the filter. Is it what synth is it?
It's just a loop with some effect plugins on it. I can add some distortion and stuff like that and make it a bit more interesting. Maybe I can add some degree of variation to it, but not too much. And pitching it up and down is also going to be not so easy. So I might have to replace that one, I guess.
Can you play it? Can you play it solo?
But I really like it.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit scared to do so.
Can you solo it and play it, the loop?
Sure.
So we can hear it, or I can hear it.
Where is it? Here. Let's see. It's like a growl bass.
Yeah, but that's not a problem to recreate.
That's it basically, and then here.
And can you play it together with the drums?
Yeah. Let's see here. So
just this these 4 bars or so. We will recreate that sound, no problem at all. Almost any synth can do that. And do you have massive synth?
Yeah, I do have massive. Yeah, I do have massive.
And I think you already have silent, or don't you?
I have silent, massive, serum. I think I have most of what we need.
Yeah, because I can maybe help you with the setting for the synth. I have a setting for this kind of sound, and I send it to you, and then we recreate that bass, because I think we can also try to change the melody from just like these from these two notes to maybe another note, depending on the vocal, of course. No, you're totally right. Right now, it's a nice, cheap and chill and deep house track, not cheap. That's pretty much for it today. And I'm looking forward to the next couple of days. And always hit me up on WhatsApp if there's any issues or problems or questions or successes with the production.
Thank you so very much for your time. I'm really looking forward to getting deep into this.
Cool, man. Really nice talking to you. Super.
Dankeschön.
Bis dann. Ciao.